My name is Debra Self, and I'm a speech pathologist with Easter Seals. I have been a speech pathologist for 25 years, 24 of which has been at Easter Seals. An interesting fact about me is that I am a mom of an ECI graduate. I am so grateful for telehealth. I was originally scared when the quarantine happened that we weren't even going to be able to see our babies at all. And then when we found out that we were going to be able to do telehealth, I was very grateful. To be perfectly honest, telehealth has really humbled me as a therapist. Before this all happened, right, we would go into the home and I would have an idea of kind of what we wanted to work on that day. And I might show you how to do something differently, right? But it was kind of my way of doing it, like reading a book, for example. I had one family that the baby loved this pirate book, and I would come in and I would do all the neat sounds that I thought the baby could imitate. And then I would have the mom do it. Well, then in telehealth visit, the baby wanted to read the books. The mom pulled out the same pirate ship book. And I'm thinking, great, I've already taught mom how to do this. Mom did it differently. All of a sudden, mom had this baby and she engaged like they were rowing and we were doing the rowing sound and she made the baby's movements and she did the hands. And all of a sudden, this baby was vocalizing so much more. And it dawned on me, I know about speech and language. I know what sounds to work. I know how to get the sounds to come out, but this mom was an expert on her kid. So she knew how to motivate the kid and how to engage the kid. From now on, moving forward, I am going to do a better job of watching the parent, seeing what they are already doing that is successful, and just try and build on that. I can totally understand a family's hesitation to try teletherapy for the first time. I remember when my child was an ECI, and I think about how I would have been scared half to death to do teletherapy. Because it's one thing to have the therapist in your home showing you what to do, and then you kind of imitate that. It's another thing when you have to be the therapist and someone's watching you, like over a over a telehealth. I mean, if someone's watching every move you make, I would have been so scared, feeling like I was going to be picked apart, feeling that I just wasn't going to be good enough. It's a scary time. And so I can completely understand that. The one piece of advice I would give is just try it. It looks different for every kid and every family. We as therapists, we know you're scared. We know that we're asking you to take on a different role. And I promise you, we are going to be patient with you. We are going to work with you and we will find success. Okay, so some of the barriers. The big thing has been Wi-Fi, finding strong Wi-Fi. We sometimes get booted out of sessions. I have one mom that for some reason we can video, but we can't hear each other. So we sit there and literally talk on the phone as we're videotaping. So as therapists and as parents, we had to be really creative on how to make this work. One time a mom left the room real quick and the child put me in a box and the mom came back in and she couldn't find me. And she was asking the child, where's Miss Debra? And the child wasn't answering. And I'm literally going, hello, I'm here. It's dark in here. Let me out. And so she eventually found me. We laughed about it and we kept going on. So it's all about having a good attitude, kind of sometimes having a little bit of a sense of humor, and then knowing that it's all going to be okay. I will absolutely enjoy incorporating telehealth after we are allowed to go back in the homes. It has allowed me to see kind of a different side to families. Another aspect of teletherapy are my kids that are in daycare. I would always text my parents after every daycare visit, and of course, they get a copy of our progress notes. And then I would call them on the phone when we kind of needed to talk. But using teletherapy I've now been able to be in their home. I have a different relationship with the parent. They've been more involved in the therapy sessions. They've been more involved in the techniques. And so I think that having this access after we're allowed back into daycares will absolutely be beneficial. I have been with families in a car trip when they were going on vacation, with families on the beach. I was able to go. A family wanted me to be there. We were there. I've been at different family members' houses. I have one family that the baby gets sick often, and so we ended up having to miss a lot of therapy when we were doing in-person visits. The baby wasn't sick enough not to do therapy or not to engage, but was too sick for me to come out. The mom never knew if the baby was contagious or not, so we never wanted to expose anybody. And since doing telehealth, I haven't missed a visit, and the progress has been amazing.